someone yesterday who thinks they've earned their position through anything other than having the same pair of lips that other women across the globe have and refuse to use them in said fashion out of self-respect. Let's lead this with, I think, a very interesting turning point. It was Bret Baier's question on the direction of the country. Her answer may well be one of the worst in the history of politics.
There's a balance to be struck between being tough and being a bitch.
I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, I'm a bitchy, bitchy bitch. I'm a silly little bitch. Such a bitchy bitch. I'm a bitch.
Sorry, right clip. Before I get to the other correct clip, you need to know that, again, I want you to watch this. It's a bad answer, but I also want you to see what happens with Bret Baier. I'm not one of those guys who believes in the body language experts. Well, look, he tilted his shoulder. Therefore, that means that he's hiding a body in his trunk. No, it's true. It's true. But you see a moment where Bret Baier goes, nope, not going to do this, where he gets fed up. Because here's what you need to know. She showed up 15 minutes late, gave him a limited time span for an interview, kept shortening that time span for the interview. We have a clip with Bret Baier talking about it afterward. But that's what happened before she sat down and then tried to play like she was the victim. I don't know if you know this, in any office setting, likely military setting, if you show up 15 minutes late, well, that's the end of the conversation.
Afuera. Yes, afuera. Do push-ups, afuera.
Yes. So let's watch one of the worst answers in the history of recent history that I can remember, political campaigns. And then I want you to see what Bret Baier does. It's a lot more than him just repeating a question.
They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
We'll go back. We'll go back.
people
to
have
lever of
become,
power.
but listen,
So you could just say, okay, Bret Baier, kind of a good job, follow up. I think he did a very good job here. And I think short of actually walking up and smacking her in the forehead, he won't please a certain segment of people because, you know, he's made some mistakes in the past. I think he did a very good job here today. You have to imagine you're him. She shows up 15 minutes late. She now shortens the interview. She's being completely disrespectful of your time, of the network's time. She knows that you have to turn this interview around in less than an hour for the show. She knows that. And then she's going to sit down, and this is after her going, let me finish, we'll get to all of that. She tries to do the, you know, you and I both know. In other words, don't disagree with me. I'm going to try and make you feel stupid. That's what she's doing. That's the son, buddy. And you can see the moment. Let's go back right here. Bret Baier, that dude, he got pissed. You know what happened? He's going, okay, all right. I know you're trying to do the feminist, let me finish thing, the mansplaining thing. You know what? Nope. I don't know. Look at his face. Look at his eyebrow. Listen to the lilt. And there's even a moment where he does this. I think he goes, this is, nope. I don't know. I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Explain it to me like I'm 5. I'm just stupid. Go ahead. Go ahead. Watch. Let's go right back. Look at that moment. Can you bring it up?
Yeah, I got it.
Here you go.
and Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking
Look at his face. Look at his face. He starts smiling. She's going, come on, come on. He's like, and you know what that is? That's come on, come on. Yeah, come on. Okay, come on. That's the moment it changed. He's going, all right, come on. Then his lip goes up. You can see the moment where he said, this, you know what? I don't believe in any of this anymore. This culture of we have to shut up. I can't, he can't say, you disrespectful little, you show up late, you talk down to me. I'm sure her staff are awful to deal with. And now you're going to tell me, come on, come on. You know, and I know. You're going to try and sunny me? Nope. Right there, right that moment. And now we watch his face. He's looking at her going, what do you got? What do you got?
both know what I'm talking
I actually
about.
don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking
Keep playing.
about is that
What do you
over
got?
the last
What do you got?
decade,
He leans in.
people have
lever of
become,
power.
but listen,
His
All right.
face says, friggin' what?
Yes.
Yes.
He's going, okay.
I mean, imagine being Brett Baer in that chair right there.
Yep.
You're asking a very simple question, and she immediately pivots. This isn't a political thing.
No.
This is I'm asking you about the last 3.5 years and the damage that it's done. And people say almost 80% say we're on the wrong track. Here's the floor. Tell us how you're going to be different. Well, Donald Trump was running. What?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. By the way, the gaslighting too. She has done, I believe, 12 interviews or 13 to Donald Trump's 22.
Right.
Walls has done about 8 interviews, I believe, to JD Vance. It's over 60 who's keeping track. And then she and her camp try and go out and say, oh, Donald Trump's afraid to do nothing is, this is the projection. This is the gaslighting. But here's the thing. This is the first time she gave an interview in a setting that would be considered anything other than, I don't want to say other than uber friendly, other than borderline Colonel Angus from the reporters themselves. So,
Nice bull.
so she has to set it up. She has to set it up with, when she's saying, let me finish, what she's saying is, everyone see that I'm the victim. Everyone see the mansplaining. Let me finish. Let me finish. Hey, maybe it would be easier to let you finish if you showed up on time. Nothing like perpetuating the original stereotype, both as a female and half your race. Are we not supposed to say that? Do better, sweetheart. Watch this pathology.
85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished.
Citizenship for
May I please
the
finish?
Yes,
May
ma'am.
I finish? May I finish responding, please?
But
You have to let me finish. I'm
And
in
they
the
didn't
middle
bring up
of
that bill.
responding to the point you're raising.
Okay.
Shut up.
And I'd like to finish. Donald Trump,
Democrats,
but let me just finish.
Shut up. I didn't say anything.
This is also the problem. This is also the problem where we have to act as though any respect here is earned, and she didn't blow her way to the middle. This is the middle. Let me finish. Let me finish. Here's what happens between. By the way, when men interact with each other, also if men and women who respect each other because they've earned their spot interact. If someone is going, let me finish, when they've been answering with a non-answer for. The person would say, well, hold on, I would, but you're saying nothing. You're saying nothing. He can't say that because that'll be, oh my God, mansplaining, white man, and whatever the race is today, depending on who you ask, including her and her own father. So he has to be careful, but it's the let me finish. That's setting up the victim class after you have actually victimized someone else. I hate it when people set an appointment and they are late. That is disrespectful, in this case, to him, to his staff, and to the audience. So she goes on with this, more of the pathology, where these are all mechanisms to silence someone. Let me finish is to silence someone. She also uses you and I both know. You and I, hey, we both know. We all know. And again, that's another soft way of using the power of the audience, saying, if you say that you don't know this, you're not one of the cool kids. Saying you and I both know is saying to disagree means you're not in the know. Watch her use this one nonstop.
And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
And you and I both know that.
So you agree? What?
You and I both know. I know you know. We all know.
And
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
It also sets up the idea that you are right. That we both know because it's fact.
Yes.
We all know the Earth is round.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. But then you go, so you and I both know that Donald Trump is the one who doesn't care about the border. Well, no, I don't. Then you don't know. Oh, he doesn't know. That's the technique. That's the technique. It's something that people use, and it can be used very well if it's used in the hands, of a not idiot.
Well, if you're going to actually answer the question, one of the reasons she's saying you and I both know is because she just keeps saying the same things over and over again that don't answer the question every single time. So of course, Brett probably does know what she's about to say, but it's not an answer.
Right.
And he's trying to actually get an answer from her.
Well, no, in her case, she's saying you and I both know to try and
I
would say to prevent him from saying, no, that's actually not common knowledge. That's not agreed upon fact. That's nonsense.
Or to invalidate a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like your question is wrong, and we both know that.
Yes, exactly.
You're asking a misleading question. We both know that.
We both know that.
No, I just want to know if you regret it.
Yes.
It's a yes or no question.
Exactly.
We don't both know the answer. I asked you.
Right. That's a very good point. Here's something else that you see too. You see this from Mean Girls. You see this from bullies, is always enlisting the power of the audience, the clique, the cool kids, right? She would do that quite a bit with the, look at all these people on my side.
I invite ideas, whether it be from the Republicans who are supporting me, who were just on stage with me minutes ago. Listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, the former chief of staff to the president, Donald Trump, former defense secretaries, national security advisor, and his vice president.
One time she met John Stamos on a plane and he told her she was pretty.
That's enough for me, to be honest with you.
Yes, it is.
Let's hit the latrine.
He's a good-looking man. I don't think John Stamos could be found guilty of rape by any jury of his peers.
Think
They'd be
so.
like, come
No.
on. What do TikTok nurses, COVID lockdowns, and lesbian school teachers have in common? None of them will be included in this next video if you click it. It's the internet. It's a cruel, dark place. I can't promise you the world. But today, I can offer you that. And isn't that a step